This is the Vesgantti King Size Mattress, and right now I'm standing in front of this bed in one of my Airbnb homes. Just looking at it, you can see it's a solid, substantial mattress with a really nice pillow top. This thing is pretty tall, 12 inches thick, and it fills out the whole king frame with that classic hotel bed look. From my experience, this mattress isn't just about looks. I'll walk you through my experience setting it up, share what I think are its key features, talk about who this is perfect for, and some real talk about the pros and cons. If you've been thinking about a mattress for your own home or rental space, hopefully my quick review will help you out. When I first got the Vesgantti, I was honestly a little worried about how a big king mattress would even fit through the door. But a cool thing happened. It showed up in this long, heavy cardboard box, looking nothing like a mattress. The whole thing was vacuum sealed, basically squished down into a roll, wrapped up tight. As someone who's had to drag more than a few giant mattresses up and down stairs, this is an improvement. I do want to warn you, when you cut off the plastic, the mattress expands fast, so step back a bit. The setup was pretty much painless, although, from my experience, it does have a bit of a smell at first, like new foam. That did hang around for several days, so if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, keep it in mind. Lifting this thing into place was easier than I expected, mostly because there are actually handles stitched into the sides. Anyone who's ever tried to maneuver a king mattress knows how much that helps. No more awkwardly hugging the ends, wobbling the whole thing through hallways. Once I got it onto the bed frame, it took less than 2 days to fully puff out and reach its real height. I always recommend letting a new mattress air out for at least 48 hours, so you're not sleeping on compressed foam. Let's get to why I picked this model. Key features that got my attention. First, it's a hybrid mattress, which just means it's got both foam layers and inner springs, which most people know molds to your body and is supposed to help with pressure points. Under that, you get these pocket springs. In simple terms, each spring moves individually instead of one big set of coils, so you get support where your body needs it, which, in my experience, helped with back comfort. One standout detail people always ask me about is the cooling. I live in a part of the country where summers are hot, and I have guests telling me all the time that some beds just trap heat. This one claims to have a gel cooling system, which is a fancy way of saying it won't feel stuffy or sweaty at night. In practice, I did notice that it doesn't get nearly as warm as some flat memory foam mattresses I've tried. I don't wake up overheated, nor do my guests, since I get a lot of positive feedback about how comfortable and cool the bed feels. Comfort is subjective, but here's my personal take. This mattress feels medium plush, meaning there's a little give when you sit or lie down, but not so much that you sink in. You kind of float on the surface instead of feeling swallowed up. I have back and stomach sleepers in my family, and they've all said the support feels right, stable, not too hard, not too soft. If you're heavier, or on the lighter side, it seems to give enough structure because of those springs. Side sleepers might wish for a softer top, since there's not a super thick extra layer right under the cover. It's comfortable overall, but if you're looking for a marshmallow squish, this isn't it. Motion isolation is something I always pay attention to, especially in rentals. In plain English, that means if someone moves or gets up on one side of the bed, you don't feel like you're bouncing around on the other. With the Vesgantti, there's barely any movement. That's a huge bonus if you share a bed with someone who tosses and turns, or if you're like me and have pets that like to jump up at night. The inner springs definitely add bounce though, so it doesn't feel stuck or sleepy when you switch positions. Edge support is one of those things nobody thinks about until you sit on the corner of your bed to tie your shoes or put on socks. I'd say the Vesgantti does great for sitting at the edge. I never feel like I'm about to slide off. Lying right up against the edge, it's not as firm as some mattresses with reinforced borders, but it's not bad. It won't collapse suddenly, but you can feel a tiny bit of give if you're right at the edge. Durability can be hard to judge unless you've had the bed for a while, but from my experience, after months of guest use, it holds its shape. I haven't noticed any dips or bumps, and the cover still looks clean. All the seams are holding up. I do rotate the mattress every couple of months just in case. There are a couple of drawbacks I should mention, just to be real with you. When it first arrives, the mattress has a pretty strong new foam odor. Some call this off-gassing. It just means the smell of the freshly unwrapped materials. In my case, it stuck around for over a week, which is a bit longer than expected. It does go away, but if you're sensitive or you need the room ready right away, just plan for that time. Also, If you're a pure side sleeper who wants really deep contouring for the hips or shoulders, you might want to look for a mattress with a thicker memory foam top. This one is more about balance support than cloud-like plushness. One other thing is about customer service. I haven't personally had to call for support, but I have read a few comments from other users who had a hard time hearing back from customer service. If you have an issue, it might take a little patience. Some quick info for anyone who likes numbers. This mattress is about 98 pounds, which isn't too light, but manageable for 2 adults. Its dimensions are pretty standard for a king: 80 inches long, 76 inches wide, 12 inches tall. It comes with a 10-year limited warranty, and there's a 100-night risk-free trial, which means you basically get over 3 months to decide if you really like it. From my experience, I'd recommend this for anyone looking for a good all-around mattress, especially if you need something that cools well and keeps motion transfer low. It's perfect for couples who don't want to disturb each other at night, or for anyone who has guests staying over. If you run a short-term rental property like I do, I think this mattress looks and feels expensive without breaking your budget, and guests always comment on it. People are always asking what kind of mattress this is, so I take that as a good sign. In conclusion, the Vesgantti King Size Mattress is a solid bet if you want a mix of supportive springs and comfy foam without the hassle of hauling a giant, rigid mattress up the stairs. I like how easy it was to set up. I get positive feedback from everyone who sleeps on it, and I feel good recommending it to friends or sharing it here in this video. If you want to try it out, check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the Vesgantti King Size Mattress.